What you are about to watch will focus on the emotional response that one feels post an incident of rape. We will talk about ways you can deal with it. We will also advise you on things you should keep in mind should you be a victim of rape.
An assault can leave you feeling scared and nervous. You will feel unsure about yourself and may temporarily lack your usual self-confidence. You may begin to feel that because of your assault, you will have to change your whole lifestyle just to feel safe. You will begin to fear people around you. You may feel vulnerable even when going through your regular daily activities. You may be afraid to be alone. You will find yourself not knowing who to trust.
After a sexual assault incident, the first and most important thing to do is to prioritize your safety and well-being. Get yourself to safety to ensure that nothing else happens while you are in such a vulnerable state. You can either call a friend or a family member to come over and stay with you.
Understand the emotional transformation. Understand what you are going through. It will help you get through it better. The healing process takes time.
You may want to take a shower to help you feel better. Although that may be a good idea at the time, showering can rid of evidence on the body that could be collected at the hospital.
Another natural response from you might be to throw away or even burn the clothes you were wearing. If you have time to change your clothes after the assault and before going to the hospital or to report the incident, make sure you place the clothes you were wearing into a bag so that it can be examined later for your assailant's DNA.
Next, if you need immediate medical assistance, then it is important to get yourself to a hospital. If not, it is advisable to report to the police at the earliest and within 72 hours from the time of the assault.
There are a few things that will happen. The police will complete the FIR, which will be filled out by a lady officer, and immediately send you to a hospital for a sexual assault examination. This examination is never easy for the victim, as it involves a lot of uncomfortable questions and a detailed body examination.
At the start of the examination, it is the duty of the medical examiner to get your consent. Once you have given consent, you will be asked questions about your general medical history. This information will help the examiner while conducting the examination to look for easy bruising, loss of consciousness, or memory loss. You will be asked about your general health status and what medication you are taking, if any. You will also be asked about your gynecological history, which is of particular relevance in cases of sexual assault. You will be asked about your recent menstrual cycle, about whether you have had sexual relationships prior to the assault, or whether you have a current sexual partner. You will also be asked when you last had consensual intercourse. You will then be asked about the assault. You will be required to give a detailed account of the following: the date, time, and location of the assault, including a description of the kind of surface on which the assault occurred, the name, identity, and number of assailants, the nature of physical contact and the amount of violence inflicted, use of weapons, use of medication, drugs, or alcohol, and how clothing was removed.
After all this information has been gathered, the medical examiner will perform the physical examination on you. This is a detailed top to toe examination of your body. There are also other things that need to be done.
For example, fingernail scrapings, vaginal swabs, cheek swabs. They may also take a comb of hair and perform other swabs if necessary. But in all this, the part that could get very uncomfortable is the genito-anal examination. This includes examining the external areas of the genital region, inspection of the vaginal walls for any signs of injury or bruising, and inspection of the anus. And finally, after all of this, you may be provided with the STD or STI medication, the morning after pill, or other medication you may require. The days following any sexual assault can be very difficult. We hope what you have watched and understood from this course helps you in a small way as you go through the process of healing.